Hello class, and welcome back. Today we are looking into the history of patriotic songs in honor of this Memorial Day weekend. Thanks for joining me. Before we get started, don't forget to click like, subscribe, and share this video. So let's get into it. Our first song is, of course, our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner. Our national anthem came about during the War of 1812. While lawyer Francis Scott Key watched the British bombardment of Fort McHenry in Baltimore. Key wrote down his thoughts as the battle raged on, and in the morning, the American flag, not the British flag, continued to fly over Fort McHenry. The words were set to a popular English drinking song. The Baltimore Patriots was the first to print his poem, The Star-Spangled Banner. Nearly 2 centuries later, the flag that inspired Key still survives, though fragile and worn by the years. The anthem became the official national anthem in 1931 and was originally called Defense of Fort McHenry. It also originally had 4 verses, but only one is generally known or used today. Its author may have used the words land of the free, but Francis Scott Key himself was a slave owner and argued in court against the abolitionist movement. He was a leader in the colonization movement, a movement that advocated the relocation of black slaves to modern-day Liberia. During the Civil War, the Star-Spangled Banner gained popularity and greater meaning for the nation. By the 1890s, it was often used for ceremonial purposes, and in 1916, President Woodrow Wilson signed an executive order making it the national anthem of the United States. The Star-Spangled Banner made its sporting event debut in September 1918, during that year's first World Series game between the Chicago Cubs and the Boston Red Sox. Our next patriotic song is My Country 'Tis of Thee. My Country 'Tis of Thee is an American patriotic hymn written in 1831 by Baptist Seminary student Samuel Francis Smith. This song is also known simply as America, or America, My Country 'Tis of Thee. This song's melody's origins are still a mystery, but it is thought that it could be attributed to various 17th century sources, including the English composer John Bull, the French court composer Jean-Baptiste Lully, and even a military hymn from Switzerland. Eventually, it also became the national anthem of at least 6 other places, including Prussia and Britain. George Washington arrived in New York City for his first inauguration in April 1789 and was greeted with the following homegrown words sung to the familiar air of God Save the King. Our next song is America the Beautiful. America the Beautiful lyrics were written by Catherine Lee Bates, and its melody was written by Samuel A. Ward. The poem was first published on July 4, 1895, and was sung with melodies from various folk songs until Ward's melody was chosen. The poem was written when Bates went to Colorado and hiked Pikes Peak. She was inspired by the view, and the poem was originally called Pikes Peak. The first verse is the one most commonly known. Our last song for today is Yankee, Doodle, Dandy. The first version of Yankee Doodle seems to have been written by a British Army physician named Dr. Richard Shuckburgh during the French and Indian War. It was a satiric look at New England's Yankees. It was meant to be an insult, and it backfired, becoming a favorite American song. In the song, Shuckburgh refers to the American fighter as both a doodle, meaning a country hick, and a dandy, meaning a conceited jerk. At Lexington and Concord, reports say that British fifers and drummers teased the colonists by playing Yankee Doodle as their columns snaked along rural roads. This song has many verses and many versions. With different verses, it soon became popular throughout the colonies. A verse about George Washington, for example, was tacked on after he took command of the Continental Army in 1775. The most popular verse is Yankee Doodle went to town a-riding on a pony, stuck a feather in his cap, and called it macaroni. That did not appear until 1842. For those of you who don't know, macaroni does not refer to a pasta noodle here. It was a term for dressing so fancy that a person looked silly. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you enjoyed learning about some of our patriotic songs. I will see you all soon. Have a safe and happy Memorial Day weekend. Bye.